in terms of the Matthew Tkachuk situation, in terms of what was said, I see a lot of different takes on Twitter. And, of course, there is the old outraged crew, okay? Oh, this is disgusting. I'm horrified. I mean, people acting like they're going to break down in tears over the terribleness and how distraught they are over the misogyny and the horrible things that were said on the ice. And just because you say that this goes on all the time in hockey and there's worse things that have been said, you should be ashamed. This is terrible. We need to get this out of the game. Okay. The following part that I'm going to allude to here is this is not safe for work. So this is your warning. What I'm about to say is not safe for work. One of the most popular songs in the last several years, where we've seen plenty of people online dancing to, making shorts about, content to, including plenty of teenage and young women, is a song by Cardi B. And I'm just going to read you just the first verse here. Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Holla up. I said certified freak, 7 days a week, wet ass pussy. I can't even say it right. Wet ass pussy. Make that pull-out game weak. That are the lyrics to one of the most popular songs in the last few years that I haven't seen too many of these people talking about the disgustingness and being all distraught over how horrible those words and those lyrics are. So my suggestion is, if you have not tweeted about how terrible and how disgusting that song is, if you have not been vocal about how can we have our teenage and young girls singing this song, if you haven't been vocal about that, you can shut the hell up about what Matthew Tkachuk said on the ice, because you're just full of it. You're just not even remotely close to intellectually honest, complete hypocrite, and you're just bitching to bitch so you can get your virtue signal points. That's it. Now, if you're someone who's been consistent that lyrics like that are disgusting and terrible and horrible, if those lyrics made you sick and made you distraught and hurt the way that you're saying that what Matthew Tkachuk did made you hurt, then you at least have consistency and you're not being a hypocrite, and I can at least accept your opinion as valid. But if you've listened to or sang that song or enjoyed a video of a young person singing that song over the last few years, you can shut the hell up. You have no voice in this conversation whatsoever. And just let the rest of us who are adults enjoy our lives in peace and quiet. That kind of stuff goes on the ice between men, and it just happens. And if it happens to be picked up on a hot mic and it hurts your little insensitive ears, too friggin' bad. Wah, wah. Like somebody posted a response. Remember when Sean Thornton? Wah, wah. Remember that? That's what we have to say to you. Now, I'm not sitting here significantly advocating exactly what Tkachuk said. We don't know exactly what the context was. There can be stories and rumors and innuendo and all of that. And that's fine. That's fine. But the overwhelming majority of the people that have played hockey, including the coach, is like, yeah, that's what goes on. You didn't hear the on-ice reporter. The dude was in the middle between the benches. You didn't hear him going, oh my God, the horrible things. No, he's laughing about it because it's a common occurrence. The only difference was it was picked up on a hot mic. If that's too much for you, maybe it's not your sport. Maybe it's not your thing. Because I, for one, am pretty damn sick and tired of sensitive people who want to control the behavior of the rest of us by saying, well, I'm offended by that. That bothers me. Who cares? Who cares? Don't watch. If it bothers you that much to know that the guys on the ice shit talk back and forth in that manner, if it genuinely bothers you, just don't watch. Because we're sick and tired of adjusting our lives because you're sensitive and you're afraid of what words might mean, and you don't comprehend how guys can just talk shit back and forth to one another, and it rolls off of our back because it's just shit talk. It's just trolling. It is what it is. And it is what it is, and it's going to be what it is. And that's not going to get removed from the game because some of you sissy pants want to get virtue signal points on Twitter. I'm shocked. Oh, I'm so hurt. I'm so distraught. It's misogynistic and hateful and horrible, and I don't feel welcome. Jeez, I seen people yesterday. I don't feel welcome at the hockey games now because I know how these guys talk. Come on. That is a complete lie. That is 100% complete lie. Okay? If you've gone to hockey games, you know how the players talk to each other on occasion. Okay? And there's nobody. Let's put it this way. If you are so emotionally weak, I hate to put it that way, but if you were so emotionally weak that hearing how other people talk to themselves puts you in a state of being distraught and fearful, you might need therapy. That's not on them. If two other people are having a conversation back and forth and then boom, 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 and stuff is coming out that would bother you, okay, it bothers you. But if it bothers you to the level that you have to make yourself out to be the victim and you just can't understand how they can be that way, and you get to the point where you just can't be in the same building as people, as I don't feel welcome at hockey games now. I can't be around such misogyny. I mean the comments that I saw it's off the charts. And the victimhood is just its currency now. Now, the good thing is that actually part of the funny thing is most of the people who were responding with threads talking about how horrible it was, they locked their comments so only people that follow them or they follow can respond because they know. So they create themselves this little echo chamber of like, yeah, I know. Oh my God, it's so horrible. Oh, it's so awful. How could they say those things? Grow up. Just grow up, right? If you want to live in that world, that's fine. Don't go to the games. Don't watch. The rest of us are going to enjoy the real world and live with the adults who can handle life and handle how people might carry themselves. Okay? I mean, we all carry ourselves different, right? Every culture is different. So when I mean culture, I mean like there's a culture in hockey, there's a culture in football, there's a culture in Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons. Everything has its own culture. This is like baseball. Right? Baseball's got some cocoa puff. To me, there's some things in baseball. I think I talked about this the other day. There are some rules in baseball, unwritten rules, right? Oh my God, you can't do that, right? Like if you hit a home run and then you throw the bat a certain way, it's, oh my God, you can't do. They've got some things in baseball. I'm like, oh, come on, man, right? But that's their culture. I don't agree with it. I think it's silly, but I would never say I can't watch baseball. Oh, I'm not comfortable. Oh my God, if it's going to bother, that's their culture. It's their culture, it's their game. I'm watching them. They're the entertainers, and that's the bottom line. Is it's entertainment. Now I get that what's chirping on the bench, right, between guys, it's not really supposed to get caught on a hot mic. Okay, That's fine. That's fine. But if you watch hockey and you enjoy the hitting and you enjoy the physicalness and you enjoy the tenacity, if you enjoy a guy being able to go out there and take 75 stitches to the face and go back out on the ice, if you enjoy that, shut the hell up about how they get themselves ready and up to do that. You see what I'm saying? It's not your place to tell them what they can and cannot or should not say on that ice. That's where they work. That's their job. And their job is two things. Number one is to win. Number two is to entertain you suckers. Okay? So don't bitch about how they get to it because that's their business. If you don't like it, if you can't handle it, don't go. Don't watch. But ain't nobody gonna, I've seen people talking about, oh, this needs to be a conversation. It needs to be a conversation that we need to have about the things that are being said. Blow it out your ass with your conversations. I think most of us are done having conversations about what bothers you that somebody else says or done. We don't care anymore. You can call us all of the names. Call us all the names. They're meaningless at this point. Completely zero meaningless. It's done. It's over with. Whatever power, whatever card you had left to play by calling somebody misogynistic and all of the names, nobody cares anymore. It's like, yeah, call me that. I'm fine. Cool, fine. What phobic am I? Fine. Okay, fine. I'm that. What else? What else? Because once you get past the name and once you stop caring about what the name that people are going to call you, you're free. You're free from the hell that is this culture that is taking over a whole freaking society of how every single thing that we all say has got to be analyzed to the point where nobody can say anything anymore. The rebound is coming. Nobody cares what you call people anymore. If it genuinely, and I mean genuinely, if you're that sensitive that it genuinely bothers you, just don't watch. But it ain't changing. There's not going to be any conversation about what guys say to each other behind the closed doors in the locker room, on the ice to each other. There's no conversation to be had there. That's what they say. If you don't like it, don't support it. The end. Done. Done, done, done.